Located near the shores of Lake Erie, Cleveland Stadium will play host for our matchup between Cincinnati and Cleveland. Now we'll go to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for the opening kickoff. Tom?
As the snow continues to fall, we'll get ready for the kickoff. Tom Hammond here welcoming you alongside Chris Collinsworth. Chris, these teams might have to contend with the weather a bit.
A couple of things I've learned over the years is that the offense in the snow has an advantage because the pass rushers are slowed just a little bit, and eventually those defensive backs tend to slip coming in and out of breaks.
And I have to say, when we were watching these two teams in warm-ups, you can see they couldn't wait to get after each other, Chris.
We've got a great game on tap. Both these teams seem to always perform so well against each other. I expect to see the same thing today.
They'll throw on first down, and it's caught. He's dropped at the 29-yard line. The completed pass goes for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 coming up here. Ball on the 29-yard line. Palmer is under center. Single set backfield this time. He drops back to pass. Dumps it out left. Brought down right around the 36-yard line. Gain of 7. It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 37. Palmer with 3 wide receivers. First down, looking to throw. Makes the grab. Tackled around the 45-yard line. 8-yard gain. From their own 45-yard line. Johnson lines up as the single back. Man in motion. Back to throw. Gets it off. He's brought down right around the 32-yard line. Great pickup for the first on that one.
And really what makes NFL football so special is the ability of these quarterbacks to throw it and these great receivers to catch it. That's just fun to watch.
Palmer is looking to stay perfect on this drive. And they get him at the 29-yard line. Pretty nice read on that play to find the open man.
Yeah, the two of them really have been working hard, building a rapport in practice, and now you're starting to see some of those results out here on the field.
Palmer takes it back. Scans the field. Makes the catch. He's tackled at about the 21. UTEP gains around 7 yards with the catch. And that's good for a first down.
Nice throw by the quarterback that time, and this offense keeps this drive alive. 3 first downs now on this one.
On play action. And he caught it. It'll be 1st and goal. That was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, great throw, but maybe even a better read. He understood by watching what the defense did after the snap of the football, exactly where to go with that ball.
Johnson takes the handoff. He's in for the score. So he puts his head down and punches it in for the score.
And that wasn't a fullback, ladies and gentlemen. That was the halfback with a little power running. That was impressive.
And the point after is good. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Kicks it off. Harrison takes it from the 6. They get him at the 29-yard line. Being down a touchdown before you even walk onto the field is never the best position to be in on offense.
Big drive now for the offense. The last thing in the world you can afford to have happen now is a 3 and out. You've already given up a touchdown, a 3 and out here, and you're in trouble.
Stiff arms, and he's brought down. And the halfback has nowhere to go. 2nd down and 9 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. The Browns line up with an offset eye backfield.
18! 18!
He drops back to pass. Pass is complete. Edwards caught that one for a gain of 6. 3rd and 3 coming up. Ball on their own 36. Anderson steps up to the line. 3 wide receivers. On the run, he throws it. He's brought down around the 47-yard line. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
Tackled at the 31. Nice job on the toss play there.
Boy, if you can get that block on the edge out there when you have a guy with this kind of speed and quickness, it just makes that play so much easier. And defensive coordinators go crazy. That's the one thing any defense should be able to do is contain that outside pitch.
The Bengals bring in the nickel package.
Fighting team! Fighting team!
Drops back. Gets the pass away. Brought down at the 16-yard line. He made the right read on that pass.
Nice play that time by the quarterback. You know, we talk about progressions and going from one receiver to the next, but this quarterback is doing a great job in the pre-snap read, knowing who the first guy will be and getting him the football.
They hand off on a counter. Cuts back and he's dropped. The misdirection play gets a yard at the most. They line up in a double tight set. Lewis on the give. He's dropped at the 6. Lewis gains 8 yards on that play. 6 more yards for the score. Cleveland comes out with an I formation.
Here we go, boys.
And they're not going to get it. Great stop. This defense is definitely not afraid to use their safeties in run support.
And as a quarterback, you have to start to recognize that. You just can't allow that safety to keep sniffing around that 8th man in the box and not throw the football. Essentially, they're daring this offense to throw it, and they're not taking advantage.
And right down the middle. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Decent kick. From his own goal line. He's hammered at the 26-yard line. The offense is looking to build off the momentum from their previous drive, which resulted in a touchdown. They line up in the shotgun.
Set. Barney. Blue 11.
Drops back to pass. Tipped pass. And not a good throw that time. He forced it right into coverage.
Well, this is a guy who's known for taking some risks, but that was an unnecessary risk there. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
Set. Blue 38. Blue 38. Set.
Johnson takes the give. He's brought down around the 32-yard line. Johnson gains around 6 yards on the draw play right there. Cleveland brings in the nickel here.
Set. Blue 11. Blue 11.
Give to the tailback. It appears to be short. They didn't have the ball long there.
And 3 and outs are embarrassing for an offense. When you go out there and run 3 plays and have to go jogging back to your sideline, those defensive guys, they aren't too happy.
Larson kicks it, and man, did he get a leg into this one. Cribbs takes it at the 23, and that wasn't a very impressive return on that one.
Well, at least he got a few yards on that play. You'd expect a little bit more out of a return man, but I'm not so sure if the kick coverage was so good or the return was not so good, but either way, a little short gain on that one.
Anderson drops back on first down, throws it short, and he will lose yardage on the play. That play lost yardage. That'll bring up second down. Offset I formation in the backfield. Here's the give. And they get him at the 25. Maybe a yard on the run by the halfback. Third down, 12 yards to the first. Ball on the 25-yard line. Winslow moves in motion. Looks to pass. Dumps it out right. He's dropped at the 32-yard line. Looks as if they'll go 3 and out on this offensive series.
And that's embarrassing for an offense to get pushed around, to get manhandled like the defense did that time. You hang your head a little bit going back to the bench.
Gets it away cleanly. Chapman takes it at the 28. He's tackled around the 30-yard line. He's only able to muster a few yards out of the return.
Yeah, that's not the most impressive return I've ever seen, but at least he didn't lose any yardage. He didn't fumble the football. At least your punt return man's not getting you beat in this game.
Back to throw. Throws the bullet to the right. The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really, that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
Palmer calls for motion left. Nice play fake. Throws short. Brought down at the 35. Just a short, efficient throw that time.
Yeah, a true sign of patience on the offensive side. You let the play develop. You find the open receiver. Maybe he takes a look down the field. It's not there. Just go ahead and take that safe throw.
Gets the pass out. Can't complete it. He really just rifled that last pass.
And it just goes to show that arm strength isn't everything. Accuracy and touch is something that is so important for a quarterback.
He punts it. Cribbs fields it at the 24. He's brought down around the 35-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. Little handoff. He fights forward to about the 36. A gain of a yard, if anything, on the run. We've got 2nd and 9 here. Ball on the 36. Anderson is under center. 2 tight ends this time.
Here we go. White 18. White 18.
The halfback with the carry. He's tackled at the 40. They got 4 yards there. That'll bring up 3rd down. Anderson lines up in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Back to throw. Looking for a receiver. It's completed. Great open field tackle. Good gain on the pass to the running back.
It's tough to pay too much attention to a running back in the passing game because at least half the time they're staying in the block. So when they do slip out, occasionally they can hit you for a big play.
White 18. White 18.
They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Tackled at the 48-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry. Offset I formation in the backfield.
Saturday. White 18. White 18.
And they'll run them again. He's hammered in the backfield. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner was stuffed.
Well, that's what happens when defensively you get every gap covered. There is simply nowhere to go with the football. No chance for the running back that time.
White 18. White 18. 6.
Looking to throw. Passes to his left. Lack of concentration as it bounces away. Hayden was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete. The punter's going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. Zastadil kicks it away, and did he ever get a hold of this one? So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The defense played exceptionally well the last time this offense had the ball. Palmer comes up to the line. 3 wide receivers split out wide. They'll throw on first down. Makes the short throw. He's dropped at the 24-yard line. Johnson picks up about 4 yards with the catch. Cincinnati is going with the offset eye backfield.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Johnson takes the handoff. Makes a cut. And he will be hit and dropped. Tried to find something, but there wasn't anything there for him.
Yeah, not anything at all. And as a running back, you're probably going back to the huddle going, guys, a little help, please?
Flips it out short. And it's completed. Watson grabs that one for a gain of 3 on the play. Cribbs awaiting the return. He punts it. Cribbs fields it at the 31. Brought down around the 38-yard line. Decent return there. He'll give his offense pretty good field position.
You know, I like that return. Nothing flashy, but it was really effective. The thing I hate to see are guys that are dancing around back there trying to be a playmaker when they're really not. At least he got up the field, got a few yards. That's what I like to see.
Defense pushes him out of bounds around the 45-yard line. Good blocking up front and a nice gain on the counter.
Yeah, not often do you see those inside linebackers fooled like that. They took that misstep, came back around with the counter, just simply out of position. Those big offensive linemen able to get on them, pick up a big gain.
From the 45-yard line, they line up in an I. The Browns changing their play at the line. Nice play fake. He throws on the run. Tackled at the 34-yard line. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
There's a play fake. Catch is made. He's tackled at about the 29-yard line. Good read of the defense on that pass play.
Yeah, and throws like that really settle a quarterback down. It's all about getting into the flow of a game, and you can see he's getting comfortable now.
Cleveland motions right. Looks to pass. It's intercepted. And Chris, that was just a phenomenal individual effort, in my opinion. Great job.
Yeah, it was almost like the defender read the play before the receiver did. He broke on the ball first.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Drops back on first down. Makes the throw out to his left. And they get him at the 47-yard line. He's hitting his marks today, and that last pass gives him 100 yards through the air.
When I spoke to him before the game, he said he had a bit of a virus during the week. Fortunately for his team, it doesn't look like it. Maybe the rest of them need to catch a little case of the flu.
Blue 11. Blue 11.
Sets up the play action. Gets away. He throws right. Open field ahead.
Completes the pass.
The defense was right there for the stop on the play. Not much of a gain at all.
Yeah, let's give a little credit to the coaching staff on that play. You talk all the time about film study and preparation and knowing what the other team is trying to do to you. That time the defense was all over it.
Brought down around the 45-yard line. 1 yard on the play.
Ouch. You take too many shots like that as a running back, you start peeking around a little bit before you get that football.
They motion to the right. He drops back to pass. Short pass to his left. He's dropped around the 31-yard line. Excellent pass by the quarterback on that play.
I'm really enjoying watching the timing between this receiver and the quarterback. We're seeing a well-schooled offense now going to work.
They line up at the 31. Allmert is lined up under center. 2 backs in the eye.
Blue 38. Blue 38. Sub.
Little handoff. And they get him at the 31. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. So they'll face a 2nd and 10. Ball on the 31.
Set. Blue 11. Blue 11.
He's looking to throw. Looking for an open man. Batted away. And he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Looks to pass. Throws on the run. Tackled at the 21. The 3rd down pass got them good yardage, but not quite enough to convert.
Yeah, that was a tough 3rd down situation. They got the good completion, a good gain on the play, but probably asking too much out of the receiver to try and break that many tackles to pick up that 1st down.
The kick is up. Right down the middle. Good kick that time as he puts it right through. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Kicks it off. Harrison takes it at the 4. Dropped at the 27. The quarterback leads his offense back onto the field after turning it over on their last drive.
Here we go. We got 10.
The Browns come out in the ace formation.
18. 18.
He's brought down right around the 30-yard line. Lewis picks up 5 yards with the carry. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 31. 2 tight ends here.
Here we go. 6. 18. 18.
Lewis gets the carry left side. And he's drilled at the 39-yard line. They need to come up with a better game plan to stop this guy.
Yeah, you're not kidding. They can't keep giving up those big chunks of yardage like that. If they do, it's going to be awfully tough to stop this offense.
They'll throw on 1st down. Looks down the field. He's there for the catch. He's tackled at about the 39-yard line. Winslow picks up about a yard with that completion. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
18. 18.
They go with the run. He makes a great open field tackle. A 1-yard gain by the halfback. Offense with 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Ball on their own 42.
Double left, ace left. All right.
He drops back. Anderson can't escape the pressure. It seems these days being a defensive end isn't just all about trying to run your blocker over to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, you see more and more of these guys that are a little undersized for defensive linemen but they make up for that size and bulk with great speed and agility. If they can turn the corner, they can really make a difference in a game.
Punts it. And they make the fair catch. The offense takes the field, hoping to come away with more than just a field goal on this drive. They'll start at the 19. Single back formation, 3 wide receivers. Palmer with the give. The defender gets him to the ground. About 4 yards on that play, and that will bring up second down. They line up at the 23. Offset I formation in the backfield.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Again, he'll get the call. Tackled right around the 26-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry. The offense has their big set on the field as they try to convert here on third down. And they get him around the 30-yard line. It wasn't a big gain, but it got them enough to convert.
Yeah, the defense really played that one pretty well, but anytime you get in those short yardage situations, you can't allow that ball carrier to fall forward. If he does, typically you pick up the first down.
Palmer to the air on first down. With the catch. Brought down at the 35. Ushmanzadeh gains a handful of yards on that reception. From their own 35-yard line. Single back formation, 3 wide receivers. Here's the give. And he's hammered at the 38. Johnson gets about 4 yards on the play. Palmer is under center. 2 backs in the eye. Johnson gets another carry. He's dropped around the 42-yard line. They've got it working on third down.
But third down runs are really a statement about an offensive team. They're just saying that I don't think we have to go to any trick plays. I don't think we have to do anything fancy. We're going to line up and let our guys beat your guys.
He'll get the call again. And they get him at the 45. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Johnson lines up as the deep back, I formation.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Throws out left. Tackled at about the 41. He put something extra on that throw, and it'll keep the chains moving.
And that's really what it takes sometimes, because defenders are so quick out there. If you don't put a little extra pop on it, they can get there.
Blue 11. Blue 11.
They'll keep it on the ground again. Brought down at the 40. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
Gain of 2.
Johnson, the lone back.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Looks to pass. He throws left. Comes down with it. And he's knocked out at the 38. Short completion there that doesn't give them much in terms of yardage that time.
Well, the defense forced them to make the quick read and throw on that one. The catch was made, but there wasn't much yardage to go along with it. It's up to the receiver to make something happen on a play like that.
Drops back. He's under a heavy rush. The quarterback is dropped. They got him with a blitz that time.
This is one of those defensive coordinators who's known for his exotic blitz packages. He could blitz any time, any down, any point in the game. If you're a quarterback, you usually don't sleep too well before you play against this guy.
Larson punts it, and he really got a leg into this one. The ball will go into the end zone for a touchback. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. The offense will take over at the 20-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
20-team! 20-team!
He's tackled at the 27-yard line. That'll be a 7-yard pickup. That brings up 2nd down. They'll need about 3 yards here on 2nd down. Offset I formation in the backfield.
20-team! 20-team!
Short throw to the left. Tackled at the 35. Pretty good gain right there.
You have so many people on this offense that you have to account for. The tight ends, the wide receivers, the running backs, even the quarterbacks. And now they're throwing to the fullback. That's almost not fair.
Here's a handoff left side. And he makes it out to about the 37-yard line. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry. They line up at the 37. Anderson is lined up under center. They'll come up in an I this time. Sweep left. Brought down behind the line. Took it to the outside, but it leads nowhere.
Sweeps are plays that you see a lot more of in college football than you do in the National Football League because everybody in the NFL is so fast. In high school and college, yeah, maybe you get it out around the corner. In the pros, tough to do.
He's dropped around the 42-yard line. Pretty good gain on that completion, but it won't be enough for the first.
And you could see the defense that time. They knew exactly where those first down chains were. They were going to allow some underneath passes, but then came up and made the tackle, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Big play that time.
Gets it away cleanly. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 37-yard line. The offense will start at the 37. The Bengals line up with 3 wide.
Ooh, 38. Barney.
They'll give it off here. And they get him at the 43-yard line. Johnson gets 6 yards on the carry. They line up at the 43. The Bengals come out in the shotgun. There are 3 receivers wide.
Blue 11.
Looks to pass. Rockets it out. Tackled at the 40.
Carson Palmer is one of those guys that I think has a chance to be the very best quarterback in the league. Superior arm strength, a great leader. That knee injury set him back for a little while, but you can tell now he's getting back to form and is just playing great football.
Throws it short. He's pushed out at the 41-yard line. And they'll lose a yard on the play.
You know, sometimes as a quarterback, you have to be careful about dumping it down too quickly. Stand in there, see what you've got working down the field. That time they were all over that quick throw.
Johnson again. And they get him right around the 34-yard line. 6-yard gain, and so it'll be 3rd down. So it's 3rd down now. The offense will need about 4 yards to pick up the first.
Set. Blue 38. Blue 38. Barney.
On the ground, right side. Brought down around the 34-yard line. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. Graham can make it a 2-score game. Kicks it, got plenty of distance, hits the upright, no good. That's about as close as you can come to making a field goal without it actually going through.
I'm sure for a field goal kicker, it's worse to miss it by 10 or 15 yards. But when you hear that clang, and in your mind, you're thinking that thing's going through, and it clangs and bounces back towards you, it has to make you sick.
On the ground with a tailback. He's brought down at the 46-yard line. Lewis gains about 5 yards on the run. They line up at the 46. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Looks to pass. Makes the throw out to his right. Caught out of bounds, incomplete. It looked like he tried to drag his feet as he was going out, but he couldn't get him down.
You know, and sometimes that happens. The quarterback put it in a spot where only he could catch it. The problem was the ball was just a little off target.
Back to pass. Gets the pass off. He's tackled around the 43-yard line.
I really love Braylon Edwards' hands. He doesn't seem to be bothered at all by defenders around him, taking hits, running through traffic. This is a guy with big play capability, but more impressively, he's really a tough guy.
Anderson will hand it off. To the 10. Gets in for the touchdown.
Whoa, how about that little juke move out there? That's just a shake, a little bake, and stick it in for the touchdown.
The extra point to tie this game up. It's good. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. He kicks it. Holt takes it at the 4. Drilled at the 31. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
Blue 11. Blue 11.
He drops back to pass. Passes it. There for the reception. Huge hit.
There's no question that when you talk about the classic drop-back pocket passers, Carson Palmer is right there at the top of the list with the Peyton Mannings and the Tom Bradys. This guy is just going to get better and better. He is a franchise quarterback that I believe will win multiple Super Bowls before he's done.
Johnson gets the carry. He's dropped right around the 48-yard line. They call his number, and he carries for 6 yards. 2nd and 4 now. The Bengals come out showing 3 wide. 2 minutes left in the half.
Show the world, baby.
So 2nd down now. The offense needs about 4 for the first.
Blue 38. Blue 38. Barney, set.
Looking to throw. He's running out of time. And the pass is incomplete. The pass falls just short of the intended receiver.
And that's the kind of pass you throw time after time, day after day in practice, and then you can't hit it in the game. Remarkable.
Blue 11. Blue 11.
Watson on the run. And it looks short from up here. And they get no push from the offensive line.
Oh, yeah, they did. They were all moonwalking on that play. They were pushing. They were just pushing and going backwards.
The punter's going to try to pin them deep in their own territory with a good punt here. Punts it, and he got a good one here. Into the end zone for a touchback. And they take the field with one thing on their mind, another scoring drive.
Here we go, boys. 18. 18.
First down, looking to throw. Throws the bullet to the left. And he's knocked out at the 26-yard line. The coverage opened up on the left side of the field, and he took advantage.
You could see that he was more concerned about the pressure coming from the left side. His eyes stayed focused to that side, and he was able to get the completion down the field.
Anderson looking to throw. He tries to scramble. Fumble on the play. The Bengals will take their first time out of the half. Cincinnati comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. He throws it. Brought down right around the 34-yard line. Oh boy, that's a nice play on third down.
Clutch play by the receiver that time on third down. As a receiver, you really have to just flat out want the ball in that situation. You can tell that this guy really does.
First and 10. A minute left in the half. Looks to pass. He passes short. And they get him at the 42. That reception is good for 7.
Little 7-yard throws like that have really become the staple of the National Football League. So many defenses now not allowing the big throws down the field. You have to be willing to take throws just like that.
He's dropped at the 47-yard line. These days, you need a back who has good hands.
Yeah, running backs today have to be really complete players. You mentioned the fact they have to be able to catch the football and make plays on the outside, but blocking is so key as well. You have to be able to do it all if you're going to be playing halfback in the NFL.
Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
He drops back to pass. Dumps it out left. He's brought down at the 28-yard line. He delivered a nice throw on that drop back, completing it for a pretty good gain.
You know, there aren't many guys who work any harder than this guy, both in the offseason and during the week of practice. He isn't the most physically gifted quarterback I've ever seen, but you can tell the time he puts in the film room, in the weight room, and he understands the game of football.
He drops back. Looks for a man open. Right, knocks it away. A great play by the defense to knock the ball away.
And these defenders have been close all day. You better be careful if you're the quarterback. One of those is going to turn into an interception.
Palmer drops to throw. Jones bats it away. So they'll go to the locker room with the score even. He kicks it. Harrison from the 6. Hit and dropped at the 29-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Cleveland sends a man in motion. Sets up the play action. Scans the field. Rivers knocks it down. An excellent job by the defense of disrupting that last play.
And that was really on the wide receiver. Not much of a route, very little separation, and gave the defense a chance to make that play.
The Browns put a man in motion to the left. Drops back. Goes through his read. Throws it deep. Hall gets his hand on it. Stallworth was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. From their own 29-yard line. They line up in the I formation. And the ref blows this one dead.
Full start, offense.
and will replay third down.
And the quarterback's thinking, thanks a lot, guys. Now we have some heavy-duty lifting to do.
Here we go, boys. Fighting team! Fighting team! Saturday!
Back to pass. And they're coming after him. There for the catch. Brought down at the 30. And for as good of a catch as that was, this offense now has to deal with a fourth down. Zastadil is the punter. Gets it away cleanly. Chapman fields it at the 29. What a shot! That guy just showed off some pretty good skills on that return.
I thought for sure he was taking that one back to the house. You know, anytime you get a guy with that kind of skill level in the open field with a little room to run, good things are going to happen.
Blue 38! Blue 38!
He drops back to pass. Surveys the field. And he catches it. Excellent open field tackle. That one worked just as they drew it up.
Good pass, good catch, I agree. Sometimes there's really nothing you can do as a defense to stop a well-executed pass play.
Set. Blue 11. Blue 11.
Johnson takes the delayed handoff. Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle. Johnson comes away with about 2 yards on the draw play. Cincinnati lines up in the offset eye this time.
Set. Blue 38. Blue 38.
There's a play fake. Looks down the field. And it's tipped away. Caldwell wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play. Watson is the deep back as they line up in the eye.
C11, you've just won a free 42-inch HD TV.
The halfback with the carry. He's tackled at the 45. And they can't get anything on the ground.
Big run stuff that time by the defense, bringing up fourth down. Tremendous play.
Gets the punt away. Down in the end zone for a touchback. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. Fakes the run. Jackson knocks it away, and the defender breaks up the play.
Just great position that time on the defensive side. The receiver really never had a chance on that one.
The Browns come out in the single back formation, 3 receivers wide.
6.
Lewis, the ball carrier. And they get him right around the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the run. From their own 23-yard line. Cleveland comes out with an I formation. Looking to throw. Gets rid of the ball. And it's knocked down. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up fourth down.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on third down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
Punts it, and he got a good one here. Chapman fields it at the 31. He's dropped at the 44-yard line, and that was a nice little punt return there.
Wow, I thought he was gone for a second. They did a good job getting to him, at least preventing the touchdown. Of course, they wouldn't have to chase him down like that if they'd have done a better job covering the punt.
Here's the give. He took a shot at the 49-yard line. A gain of around 7 for the back. 2nd and 3 now. Ball on the 49. The Bengals line up with an offset eye backfield.
Set. Move left. Move left.
They hand it off. He fights forward to about the 46.
On the carry.
Johnson comes away with 2 yards on the carry. 3rd down, half yard, maybe a little less. They stack the line of scrimmage here. We'll see which linemen are stronger.
Blue 38. Blue 38. Set.
Palmer hands it off straight ahead. Tackle right around the 34-yard line. And that will definitely be enough for the 1st down.
The defense just couldn't find him on that play. I don't know if they were surprised or what, but that back became a little ghostly. He disappeared.
Set. Move left. Move left.
Johnson off the left side. And they get him at about the 31. Johnson gets 3 yards on the play. They line up at the 32. Palmer comes to the line, 3-wide formation.
Blue 38. Blue 38. Barney. Barney.
Again with the carry. Brought down at the 23-yard line. And they have a pretty nice drive going.
And the most important part of it is they've been able to get it done on the ground. Now that's 5 rushes so far on this drive and a 1st down.
Out of the I formation.
Move left. Move left. Tight.
Watson takes the handoff. And he makes it out to about the 21-yard line. Watson comes away with about 2 yards on the counter play. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 21-yard line. They come out in a nickel.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Looks to pass. He's running out of time. Hit him in the hands, but he can't hang on. The pass was deflected and swatted away by the defender.
I think the quarterback may have had to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. The pressure was starting to get there.
Set. Move left. Move left. Set. Barney. Set.
Back to pass. Rifles it right. Johnson looked like he had it, but couldn't hang on. Almost a catch, but he had it pop right out of there.
And that's so frustrating as a wide receiver. You know you're going to get hit on the play. Just wrap it up, make the catch, and go to the ground.
Set down. The kick is up. And it's good. Pretty good kick that time, and he drives it home for 3 points. Nice job. The kick. Cribbs from the 8. They get him at the 28-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we'll see if they can put something together after their last drive ended with a 3-and-out. Cleveland lines up in the offset eye this time.
Here we go, boys. Ready, case. On it.
Gives to the back. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Loss of about 2.
That looked painful on that one. And we're talking about the lost art of tackling. Not only was it a big hit, but it was a disciplined hit. Good wrap up, had a way to take him to the ground. Perfect.
Drops back to pass. Rolls right. Defender gets his hand on it. The defender got there in time to break that play up.
He did. He was able to get his hands on the ball, but if he had missed that one might have turned into a really big play.
He drops back. Throws while on the run. He's dropped in the open field. Still not Quite enough, however, they'll still be facing 4th down. It's 4th down. The Browns are lining up to punt this one away. Gets his leg into it, and he got a huge punt here. Fielded at the 19. Tackled at about the 39-yard line. What happened to the coverage there, Chris?
Oh, come on. They completely lost containment on that guy. I mean, you just can't let that happen. I'll be honest, they were really lucky they didn't give up a touchdown on that one.
On the run, he throws it. He's tackled around the 43-yard line.
You know, T.J. Houshmandzadeh is not what we call one of those big play threats, a deep threat kind of a guy. But I've watched him a lot over the years, and this guy makes more big plays than you think. Because when the ball is in the air, he thinks it's his. He is a strong, physical guy that goes up and makes plays.
Makes the throw up the middle. And they get him about the 27-yard line. He shows no hesitation and gets it in there to get the first down.
Yeah, you wouldn't hesitate either if you were standing back there in the pocket. I say the heck with it. Get it out of there fast. Let somebody else handle it for a little while.
Gives it off. He's dropped at the 27-yard line. Picked up maybe a foot or two. That'll bring up 2nd down. They line up at the 27. Hallmert steps to the line of scrimmage. I formation this time. They'll give it off here. He got decleated, taken back 3 yards.
Wow, did you see the hit on that play? That's one of those you kind of stagger back to the huddle and you talk to the quarterback and you say, how about a pass on this one?
He drops back with the hard throw out to his right. What a hit. I don't think he even saw that guy. And this receiver just loves it when the defense is in man covering.
Yeah, there's no better feeling than when you're coming off the ball and you know it's just you and the guy across from you. That's just good old-fashioned football, but you also know typically when you get man coverage, your quarterback is under pressure.
Brought down right around the 10-yard line. A couple of yards there.
And Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
He's brought down at the 9. That looks like a 1-yard gain.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
Little handoff. They will be short. Watson gains about 5 yards on the run. Kick is up, and he makes it. I had my doubts about that kick.
Yeah, he just squeezed that one in there, didn't he? I'm sure he's going to be exhaling for about the next 30 seconds.
The kick is away. Gathered at the 6. They get him at the 31. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. Give to the tailback. And they get him at the 31. I'd say he got 1 or 2 feet on that try, and that will bring up 2nd down. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
18, 6.
He drops back to pass. He's under a heavy rush. And they drop him for the sack. Perfect time to bring extra rushers on the blitz that time.
You know, we talk about timing on offense all the time, but when you play against this defensive coordinator, he is going to consistently throw your offense off balance because of all the blitzes he's going to throw at him. You have to anticipate blitz on every snap when you play against this guy.
Brought down at the 27, and it appears that they'll go 3 and out.
Nice defensive stand that time with all the rules changes out there that favor the offense. 3 and outs feel awfully good to the defensive side.
Punts it. Chapman takes it at the 32. Seems like the coverage broke down a bit on that one.
I thought they had him pretty well contained on that play, but he did find a small crack in the coverage, got it up the field. They were lucky they got hold of him. He could have broken that one off.
Blue 38, Barney, set.
Back to pass. He throws left. What a hit! So they pick up quite a few yards on that play.
Yeah, really a nice route that time. One of the keys to playing wide receiver is the ability to not only get into cuts, but to get out of the cuts. That time, very explosive coming out of that cut, and it made the difference.
Gives to the back. He lost yardage on the play. It looked as if the offensive line just collapsed on that play.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat him off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence, and if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line's going to really struggle.
Drops back. Throws it. Pass completed. He's brought down at about the 47-yard line. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
He'll get the call again. And he's decleated at the 48-yard line. A gain of a yard, if anything, on the run.
Boy, he just took a shot on that one. As a running back, the last thing in the world you want is a short gain and a big hit.
He drops back. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They're stopped for a big loss.
That's a play that should have been left off the chalkboard. Talk about ugly.
Palmer lines up under center. Single backfield this time. He drops back to pass. He needs to make a decision. It falls incomplete. The punting unit will likely head onto the field after they fail to convert on 3rd down. 4th down. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Cribbs is the return man. Gets it away cleanly. He'll take it from the 18. Tackled at the 21-yard line. He got everything he could, but there really wasn't much there.
Yeah, he really didn't have much of a chance at all to make anything happen there. I mean, I know this guy's a dangerous punt return guy, but you can't do it on your own.
White 18. White 18. Double left, ace left.
1st down, looking to throw. Brings it in. Brought down at the 35. Good yardage that time on the pass.
And that was a little hum baby coming out of there from the quarterback. We've all heard about how strong his arm is, and we saw it there.
White 18. White 18. Saturday.
They'll throw on 1st down. He throws on the run. And they get him at the 48-yard line. And a great pass by the quarterback to convert for the first.
And what we're seeing out of this quarterback is a variety of throws. Yes, he has the ability to zip it in there when he needs to, but we've also seen some touch throws, a very complete repertoire.
Little handoff. Tackled at about the 49-yard line. A 2-yard run by the halfback. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Anderson lines up under center. 3 receivers are split out wide. There's a play fake. Throws on the run. He's tackled at the 43-yard line. Juravicius caught that one for a gain of 7. It's 3rd down and a yard for the first. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Here we go, boys. 19. On it.
Hands it off. And they didn't get it. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
Good game so far as we head to the 4th. Our score here is the Bengals 16, the Browns 10. Looks like they'll opt to go for it here. Looks like they'll try to get this conversion on the ground.
18. On it.
They hand it off. He didn't have a chance. They'll go to work at the 43-yard line. Cincinnati goes with the ace set here.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
He's looking to throw. Short pass to his left. Knocked out at the 38. That catch puts him over 100 yards receiving.
Not much doubt, is there, Tom, as to who this quarterback likes. He found the guy that he's most comfortable with, and he doesn't care which coverage you're in. He's going to this guy.
Blue 11. Blue 11.
Nice play fake. Passes. Catches it one-handed. 2nd down now, 4 yards to go. Nickel back in this time.
Barney.
He's dropped right around the 28-yard line. They get 3 yards on the play.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
They'll throw for the first. Is there for the catch. And they get him around the 19-yard line. With that last catch, the wide receiver has logged his 100th yard of the game.
Just a good, solid performance here by the receiver. This guy is plenty tough enough. I like the way that he gets in and out of his cuts, but I love his toughness. He's never intimidated out there.
Palmer hands it off. Brought down at the 12. Johnson gets 7 yards on the play. Goal line only a dozen yards away now. The Bengals come out in the ace formation.
Barney, set.
He needs to get the pass off. And it's tipped away. Oh my, the quarterback is lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, you try and fit some of those into some tight holes, and every once in a while, you're going to get one pick, but that was a pretty good play by the defense.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
It's a pass on 3rd and short. Throws it to the middle. They finally bring him down, and it's 1st and goal. How about that pass?
Despite the good coverage on that play, it was the accuracy and the quick release of this quarterback that got it done there.
Cincinnati uses motion. Gives to the back. Hit and drop behind the line. That safety just came flying in there to make the tackle.
It is just so difficult for offensive lines to account for the safety. Typically, that's the one free runner that you have. And if you have a top-flight safety back there that can come in and make those kinds of plays, it really helps your run defense.
Again, he'll get the call. Tackled at the 1. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. Palmer lines up under center. 4 receivers are split out wide. surveys the field. And he makes the catch. Touchdown. They didn't need much, and he went to his wideout for the score.
Down around the goal line in that situation, you know you're probably going to get man coverage, and they don't think anybody can cover this wideout one-on-one.
Drops back. Short throw to the right. And they won't get the two. The kick. Dropped at the 25. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game.
Here we go. 18.
Anderson with the give. And he will lose yardage on the play. The offense had a tough time picking up all their blocks on that play.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want, but ultimately this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won the battle.
Drops back to pass. Looking for a receiver. Falls incomplete. Allworth was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete. Third down, 11 yards to the first. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Double left, ace left.
Back to pass. Rifles it left. Completed. He's brought down at the 47-yard line. He threw a bullet in there.
They're going to have to put a little asbestos on the gloves of these receivers. That baby came in there smoking.
18.
He fakes it. Throws it deep right side. Almost intercepted. What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
They line up with one running back in the backfield, 3 wide.
18. Ace.
He's looking to throw. And they're coming after him. He is hit hard on the play. You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today.
He's dropped for a loss. Looked for a seam, but he wasn't able to find anything.
And let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
Looking to throw. With the throw. And they get him at the 29-yard line. Edwards gains 4 yards on that reception. That'll make it third down. Bunch formation.
Here we go, boys. 18.
Back to pass. Scans the field. Brings this one in. He's dropped around the 25-yard line. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up fourth. Looks like they decided to go for it here. They come out in a goal line set.
18.
Strong throw. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 15. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies. You know, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
Setting up play action. Passes to his left. He's finally pushed out of bounds. It's going to be first and goal.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And so the defense gives up some yards after the flag.
And I know this is a game of emotion, and if you're not emotional on the football field, you're going to get beat anyway, but you can't let your emotions get away from you.
He throws it. Can't stay in bounds, incomplete pass. They complete the pass, but he was out of bounds when he brought it in.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe throw there where only the receiver can make a play on the ball. Just a little too wide on that one.
And they'll run him again. They'll score. Touchdown. The running back finds the end zone again.
Consistency, that's what this guy brings to your team. It's like that old beat-up robe that you love to wear. Your wife hates it. You love it. You know it's going to keep you warm. And it's consistently just treating you right over the years. That's what this guy brings. His best performance, game in and game out.
It's good. And here's your drive summary for that last series. He kicks it off. Holt takes it at the 8. Dropped at the 29-yard line. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports.
Set. Barney. Blue 11.
Palmer will look to throw. Looks down the field. Out of bounds around the 37-yard line. They hook up for a pretty good gain on that one. Nice pass.
Yeah, good pass and good confidence by the quarterback there. He saw the opening. He knew there was a spot that he could get that in there, but you could see he had the confidence to let this receiver make a play, and that's really what pro football is all about.
The pass is away. Tackled at the 44-yard line. Nice heads-up play by the quarterback.
I agree. I like the way he stepped up and delivered that throw. He just simply is taking what the defense is giving him.
Palmer lines up under center. I formation behind him.
Barney, set. Blue 11. Blue 11.
Fakes the run. Rifles it to the right. He's dropped at the 35. They pick up several yards there on the pass.
And that fake really was the difference. Not only did the quarterback sell it, the running back sold it, the offensive line did, and the receiver was open for a nice play.
Gives to the back. He's hammered in the backfield, and they were not able to get much there.
And so many times you hear offensive coordinators criticized because they don't try to run the football enough. Well, when you get stuffed in the backfield like that, you understand why they would rather call the pass play.
Goes through his read. Still perfect on the drive. A decent gain on the pass.
And that's good quarterback play. He recognized the blitz, he understood what was happening with the coverage behind it, and found the open man.
Blue 38. Blue 38. Set.
Fakes to the back. Throws while on the run. Into the end zone for a touchdown. Tight end scored that time and with authority.
If you get those big tight ends moving vertically down the field, they can be really intimidating for defensive backs. Good pitch and catch there.
So they're ready for the extra point. Kick is up, and the point after is good. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Kicks it off. He'll return it from the 1. Won't be stopped. At the 30. He's pushed out at the 42. Excellent return on the kickoff.
You know, that's one of those plays that as a kick returner, you don't always run to the hole when you see it. You kind of run away from the hole, and then at the last second you make a break into the hole so that they don't know where the hole is because you're not running in that direction. Does that make any sense?
Gain of 2.
2nd and 8. Ball on their own 44. Out of the gun.
Here we go. Wide 18. Wide 18.
He's under pressure. Off his back foot. Brought down at the 50. Pretty good read on that play to find the open man.
And that's an area where he excels. He works his way through his progressions quickly and doesn't hesitate when he sees a receiver break free in coverage.
He drops back. On the run, he throws it. And he can't make the catch. 4th down coming up, and they've got a big decision to make here.
Well, it's 4th down. You're losing. It's in the 4th quarter. I really think you have to think about going for it here.
Against service booths located on the 100 and 300.
Winslow goes in motion. He's running out of time. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. They'll set up shop at midfield. They'll come out in the eye. There's a play fake. He throws left. Can't connect on that one. Throws like that aren't going to get the job done.
Yeah, he released that one a little bit late. It just looked like the timing was off from the beginning there.
Play fake. Makes the reception. Tackled around the 41-yard line. And another connection that goes for good yardage.
And we really see the trust that is developing between this receiver and the quarterback. That if the quarterback has confidence that you're going to be where he thinks you're going to be, he will throw it to you more often than he'll throw it to somebody else.
He's under a heavy rush. Poole gets his hand on it. Utek was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete. Larson awaits the snap. Larson punts it, and he kicked this one pretty well. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They failed to convert on 4th down the last time they had the ball. Lewis is the deep back as they line up in the eye. Anderson hands it off. And they get him around the 21-yard line. He got what he could, and it wasn't much. That brings up 2nd down. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Drops back to pass. And it's caught. He's tackled at the 24-yard line. And the defense just ate that one up, Chris.
Yeah, you're not going to fool this defense on plays like that very much. At least he got the ball out of there, though.
Cleveland is going with the offset I backfield. Back to pass. Short pass. Brought down around the 28-yard line. And a solid game through the air, but they'll still end up short of the marker.
I like the call that time by the coaching staff. He gets the ball out into the hands of a playmaker. Then it's just simply up to your athlete to beat their athlete one-on-one in the open field and make a play. That time came up short.
Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. The Bengals come out in the ace formation.
Blue 38. Blue 38.
Hands it to the back. And they get him right around the 34-yard line. Around 5 yards on the delayed handoff. Cincinnati is going with the offset I backfield.
Blue 11. Blue 11. Barney.
Johnson runs a counter. He's going to be tackled for a loss. He couldn't get anywhere on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
Set. Blue 38. Sub sub.
Palmer takes it back. Throws it short. Makes the grab. Tackled right around the 40-yard line. Chris, they love to run that play.
Yeah, that's one, if you study this team on tape, you're going to see them go to that in the clutch, and it worked again.
Blue 11. Blue 11. Set.
Little handoff. Brought down around the 42-yard line. Maybe a yard on the run by the halfback.
That was a big shot right there. You talk about getting your bell rung. That was the Liberty Bell ringing that time.
38. Set.
Two minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. They line up at the 42.
Set.
And they use motion.
Blue 11.
Palmer gives it up the middle. He didn't get back to the line. The defense just ate up that play.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Here's the pass. Threw it right to him, but he can't hang on. Caldwell was the intended target on that incomplete pass attempt. It's fourth down, and the punt unit onto the field to kick it away. Gets the punt away. It'll go out at the 34.
Well, I've seen too much football to ever say a ball game's over, but realistically, even if they score quickly, they still have to recover an onside kick and then score again. That's a tall order for any team.
They'll throw on first down. The pocket is collapsing. Makes the catch. And that pass was moving.
Yeah, and it's not that quarterbacks without strong arms can't make it in this league. But boy, it sure is an asset to have a guy with a cannon like that.
Looking for an open man. And he's out at the 50. Gain of 4 on that play action pass. Anderson is under center. Single backfield.
18. 18.
Back to throw. He throws on the run. He's brought down right around the 36-yard line. They pick up solid yardage there.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
He's tackled at the 26-yard line. Another completed pass puts him over the 300-yard mark.
And you know, this guy just loves to play football. I really like talking to him before the game. You can hear the passion in his voice. And when you have a leader that has that kind of passion and that kind of emotion, it's just so much easier to play the game.
Brought down about the 15-yard line. You just can't let him get the ball, can you? That reception put him over 100 yards.
And this receiver just looks so confident catching the football. You know, if you really believe in your hands, it gives your eyes a chance to look away and try to make some runs after the catch. This guy knows he's going to make every catch and do it solidly.
Short throw. He's brought down around the 15-yard line. He only got a yard, but it will be enough for the first down.
Uh-oh, look out. This quarterback's getting hot. He hasn't missed yet on this drive.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 15. Anderson back to pass. He's been perfect on this drive. And he caught it. He's dropped at about the 7-yard line. Nice little pickup on that pass pattern.
And I really shouldn't feel this way, but I get a little nervous every time this guy goes up to make a catch, because he's had a little bit of a history of dropping some balls, but today doing a nice job hanging on and a big play there.
That'll do it for us. Our final in this one is the Bengals 29, the Browns 17.